welcome you all here today to Warrialic Recreation Reserve for the 2024 Division 1 Senior Men's Grand Final. We would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. And I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. I would like to congratulate our umpires who will be officiating today's game as well. Congratulations to Healesville and Warburton and Millgrove on making it to today's grand final. Healesville last won a senior premiership 8 years ago and Warburton and Millgrove 18 years ago. The last time these two rival clubs meet each other in a grand final was in 1962. If the 5-point margin in the qualifying final is anything to go by, this should be a cracking match today. I would now like to invite all of those who are able to please be upstanding and remove your hats for the Australian National Anthem.
It was turned down in volume. Is it still turned down in volume on the speakers?
And hello and welcome to Warrialic Recreation Reserve for our Division 1 A-grade Grand Final being played here today at Warrialic, as mentioned, between Warburton, Millgrove and Healesville. For some reason we can't for the speakers. Actually not too far away here. We've just had our pre-match intro. We are underway in the Grand Final. So Nelson Aldridge up in the ruck once again up against Brandon Murphy. Aldridge went early and it was Murphy who probably won the tap. Here is Tyson Henry with an early opportunity. Handball came away from Greenwood. And now Greenwood gets it under his control. Low kick out of the pack, but he's turned it over out of bounds on the full. And he's going to come back the other way. So a free kick taken here by Ben Pretty, just comes back to go forwards, and now Warbier away, long kick down the line, looking for Lockie Hill. Can he get up and take the mark? Nearly did. Greenwood came away though, burst off the pack. He gets the ball moving inside forward 50. Donegan is there, but he can't quite take the mark. Big collision it was as well. Ball comes to ground level. Good tackle laid by Lee, and we'll have another stoppage inside forward 50 for Healesville for the moment. As the umpire calls for both players to come away. Murphy was Aldridge though who won it from the back, and we'll have another stoppage inside forward 50. So again, Aldridge looks pretty good in this front contest, just probably got a fingertip or two. Frantic stuff, Lee got the handle away, but he's turned it over. Greenwood has had about 3 times in this first quarter. His kick was smothered though. Here is Elliott trying to break it away. Zal on the ball, yes, he's been penalised for the throw. And they get the kick away early to Healesville. Here is Murphy, the ball just bounces in front of him. He's about to be met by Aldridge, but he got the handle away just in time. Comes back on this occasion. Here is Potts, tried to get away from Henry. Got the kick away just in time. Didn't get it too far though. Strong tackle is laid by Aldridge. Ball comes away, heads towards the boundary line. Warby want to take it over. Greenwood decided to keep it in. Looks for Donegan, couldn't quite get it to him. There's a whistle and a free kick for a hole to Max Donegan. We'll have the first shot of the grand final. Only about 2 minutes in. So this to give Healesville the ideal start. Line them up from about 35 there. On a little bit of an angle. We'll get a pretty good look at this one too from our broadcast position. So Max Donegan Can he get the Bloods off to the perfect start? In he comes. Nice steady approach, starts it wide, it comes back and he's put it straight over the goal and prize cap. And the Bloods have got the first goal of the Division 1 Grand Final. Max Donegan making no mistake, 1 goal straight 6. Warburton Millgrove yet to hit the ball. We take a look at the Karsha replay here and pretty good approach to that trend. Might be a little bit of breeze there coming across with that kick.
Yeah, it's just like a bit of breeze there. A good start from Max Donegan. Beautiful looking kick. And he's a beautiful set shot, he is.
He is, most certainly.
The ball will come back to the middle of the play to get under the way now. The ball's thrown up now. Winning the tap down. They can go forward, but trying to bust his way through forward now. Warburton Millgrove is Baker. So now he'll get the free kick. Baker at half-back for Warburton Millgrove. Baker trying to direct his players, and he's got someone wide that he likes, and he finds it. Now in the hands of Henry. Henry will go short over the top and find a teammate there. Matter of fact, it couldn't even be held on to. Now it's tackle, kill for holding the ball, and they're going to get it. Going to come back to Donegan. Donegan kicked the first goal of the game just before. Kicks it over the top and finds a teammate there. He's done that well, and he finds Greenwood. He'll be one of the star players, ex-AFL player, Levi Greenwood. He comes in short, finds Warren. Warren plays on, then comes across the body. Done that nicely, finding Savage. Savage now brings it into the middle of the ground. They're just doing a slow, subtle approach here. Short kicks all around the ground. Now they come at the middle of the ground, they bite a bit, but it could be turned over here. Could have been a bit more than they could have chewed there. As they go up the middle, Barr sends it forward for Warburton Millgrove. They've got the mark, switching around. This is Liam Westlake now, centre half forward. Westlake puts it in, has someone on the open, but great. Cutting mark over, intercepting Healesville can now pounce.
Just too good to spot that one.
Amaranth now at half-back, takes the mark, then brings it to the middle of the ground, sees something, and it's a beautiful kick up for Savage, but Baker does well to come in and cut it off, and he goes in and lays a big hip and shoulder as well. Now Warburton Millgrove can go forward, Westlake picks up, tries to stroke the tackle, he's tackled, and is he going to be holding the ball? Yes it is. So Westlake just tried to take it on, but it was a good tackle laid down there, which looked like Donkin. As they go to the other side now as well, Frazzetto. Frazzetto runs around and brings it into the middle of the ground. It's a good looking kick. They're using the ball really well in these wet conditions. Murphy now with it and goes even wider. As I say that, they turn it over. Looking for Amaranth.
The commentator's curse has already come out, Trent. Only about 5 minutes in. So Bandry's thrown to the outer side wing. Healesville with the territory for the moment. And the 1 goal on the ball. So once again, Murphy and Aldridge do battle on the ruck. Up it goes. Murphy just wrestles his way to the front, but in the end, Aldridge did well, gets a handball away after grabbing it out, looking for Barr. Good strong tackle is laid, and this is going to be another stoppage. This time it'll be a ball up. So what can Healesville find here? Once again, up it goes. Aldridge definitely in the middle of the ruck battle so far, but Murphy did pretty well on that occasion. Just wrestling his way to the front. Aldridge appeals for a free, but none forthcoming. The umpire just says, I'll have it once again. So what can they muster here? Warburton Millgrove want to try and find a responding goal. Tap back in. Potts got the handle away just in time, and now Healesville load up once again. Long kick inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. There's an opportunity at ground level. Barclay, was he taken high? No, umpire calls him to go. And Warby get the ball moving out of defence for the moment, but for how long? Because Warren parks himself underneath it, couldn't take the mark. Tracked it back though, trying to get it to Frazzetto. Dale Senior in the area too. Waits on the outside, and the umpire calls for it. We will have a stoppage right in the middle of the ground. So good stuff there from the Warby defence on that occasion. Up it goes once again. Aldridge taps it. Greenwood nearly sharked it. In comes Mark, couldn't quite do the job. And now Warby might be away. Caneva with a kick around the body. Looks to get it inside forward 50. Daly had front position, but Ellie did well. Read the bounce of the ball better. He's got Lockie Hewitt in support as well. Can he get it to him? Might be able to do so. Bit of a scramble on the outer side. Now Warby are away, but Westlake couldn't quite control it. He found it towards the boundary line. And eventually the ball does make its way over. It will be a boundary throw-in onto the scoreboard here at Borealic Recreation Reserve. So a tough one to handle for the moment. The rain stayed away so far for the start of the senior grand final. Aldridge wins the tap, and this might just work out for Warby. They get the kick to about centre half forward. They've got absolutely no representation there though. Faruja came up to meet it, but the ball will sock it away from him. Frazzetto looks to win the foot race, but Faruja might just get there first. Frazzetto wants to knock it over, and eventually he gets it his way. Newsom wanted to keep it in, but the umpire had other ideas. So this will be a boundary throw-in. This time on the broadcast wing, just forward to centre for Healesville, or Warburton Millgrove, sorry. So once again, boundary throw in. Up it goes. Aldridge looks to get it from the back, get it down to Hewitt. Hewitt dispossessed. Here is Potts, try to take on Aldridge. Umpire calls them to go. Plenty of numbers around the ball, and eventually the umpire calls for it, and we'll have another stoppage.
Just stoppage in play here. Be Aldridge going up against Bates. Tap down, Baker goes in hard. Did they get him in the back or high there? Umpire says no, we're going to ball this one up again. So Healesville the only goal so far. 6.5 minutes into the first of the Division 1 Grand Final. Ball's balled up. Aldridge gets a tap out, looking for Henry. Slight fumble going in. Did he get a high contact free kick? The umpire said no, that was Canvia. But now they play on. Healesville can move it. Just an R4. Donegan's there. Parks himself on an even. Taps it forward to Savage. Savage picks it up. Out in the open. Sub towards goal. Looks to be a bit offline. And it's going to stay that way. As a matter of fact, it's missed a lot and gone out of bounds on the full.
So it's barrel around the body almost. An interesting attempt there.
Andrew Ezra to take the kick in from the out of bounds free kick. Goes down the line now to the contest. Got trying to get a bit of jump there was Amarant, and he's given away the free kick. Unrealistic attempt, so Henry will take it at half back. Henry now assesses his options and decides just to go down the line, see something like, and he's done that well, but now they've got it out the back here. They put it inside forward 50. What can they make here? Good intercepting mark taken there, and that looks like to be Daly. They go across. They keep moving the ball. Just over the head of Warren there. And it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. So subtle approach here. They've had a few looks down there, Warburton and Millgrove, but yet to trouble the scoreboard. Aldridge going up against Bates in the ruck. The ball's thrown in now. Aldridge again wins the tap down. There's Henry. He's tackled straight away. That's a big tackle. The umpire's seen this. He'll ball it up. Good tackle laid there by Ballingall. Tap out the back, Aldridge. Here goes Henry again. Henry picks it up cleanly, just gets his kick away. Looking for a teammate there in Hewitt. He's muscled out of the way. Now it's in the forward 50, trying to go at it there was Ma. Now it's a big tackle late. Can they get the clearing kick out? The ball's at the bottom of the pack. Now the handball's got it, found its way out. Mendy, just a slight fumble. Now picking it up here for Warren Millgrove is McHale. He's going to get a free kick for a high contact.
Yeah, good decision there from the umpire.
No, it's going to be a ball up.
Oh, is it? No, okay.
I saw you signalling for the high, so I thought it was a high. And there's a ball thrown up now. And tapped over the boundary line. It's going to be a boundary throw in.
It's another stoppage just outside the forward 50 or the forward 45 here for Warburton and Millgrove. So what can they do? It looks like Bailey Humphrey's going to go up in the way for the Kookaburras. So Aldridge just hanging back for the moment behind the ball. Humphrey just grabs it out, but he's tackled straight away by Ballingall. The umpire comes in and calls for another stoppage. So once again, the two number 17s up against each other, Jesse Bates and Humphrey, and they both fall over. So not going to really work out for either side. Here through comes Henry. Got the handball away just in time. The wind really starts to pick up here at Warburton Recreation Reserve. And we will have another stoppage forward to centre for Warburton and Millgrove. So Aldridge decides to come across to contest this one up against Bates. Bates probably got the better of it. Tracking it back there towards the boundary line was Watkins. He came with an inboard handball. Now Potts got it away just in time. Good tackle laid though by Elliott. Once again on Watkins. And we'll have another stoppage. So a bit of a gridlock over there at half forward for Warburton Millgrove. Both sides applying some good defensive pressure. So once again up it goes. Aldridge from the back, but it's probably Bates who got the better of it. Now Healesville are away. They try to go through the middle of the ground, kick looking for Warren, but it's thumped away by Morris. Savage couldn't quite take it clean. Morris goes in with a second effort. It was Warren there as well. Plenty of numbers around it. Greenwood nearly got the ground level ball. He might get this one. He's tackled straight away though by Dale Morris. He did pretty well. The umpire comes in and holding the ball is paid. So now Warby should be able to enter inside forward 50 here. Handball comes away to Lee, loads up on the right boot, long kick inside forward 50, and he fired a set of hands. No, he can't, comes to ground level. Plosser tried to get the kick away, but was met with a tackle straight away. Bates did get a handball, but it was partly smothered, and now eventually Mendy did really well, got the kick away on the left, looking for a couple of options. Donegan was one of those, but just couldn't quite stick the mark. And now once again, they look to get numbers back. He was Walker taken out of it. Yes, he was. Good decision from the umpire right there. So this just come back to Dylan Walker. plenty of options down the line, plenty of one-on-ones, and he decides to go to one of those. Greenwood just couldn't quite take the intercept mark, and Marr did really well, picked up the ground level ball, goes to about half forward looking for Elliott, but it was knocked away from him, and it makes its way over the boundary line, and it'll be thrown back in. So after the first goal being kicked in about 2 minutes, we've already gone about 12 minutes into this first quarter and no other goals since. So once again, boundary throw in, up it goes. Aldridge wrestles for front position, probably just got the better of that tap. Faruga in the area for Warburton Millgrove. Potts has got the ball though for Healesville. Looks to go to the outer side of the ground. This is going to be a foot race. Looks like Newsom to run onto it. Here we go. He just didn't get the bounce of the ball to go his way, but he did really well. Jeremy Newsom has the ball in front of himself. Gets to about 50 metres out. Long kick towards goal. Warren is there. Just misses him and sneaks through for a behind. So no goal for Healesville. And the Warby defence with a bit of a reprieve. Walker with the kicking duties.
So Walker will bring it back in for Warburton Millgrove. 12 minutes gone in this first quarter. As Walker just gathered the ball now. Just testing his options now as he gets up to the square. And he'll play on and use his full meterage. He takes a bounce. Then comes down the line. Get him up, we take it. No, Greenwood swallows from the back. And Tony and Hull with Amaran, but great tackle laid there. It's a big goal as well.
I think a free kick's been paid in train. It's going Healesville.
Yeah, Andrews was gave it a bit after the free kick.
It's going Edwards. Well, there you go. I'm not going the wrong way.
So now they play on, they give the ball to Walker. They like to have the ball in his hand, but he's turned it over as I say that.
Another commentator's killed us two in the first quarter.
And Moran looks like we'll go to looking for Bates, but Aldridge comes in and cuts it off. Let's freeze that over there. So Aldridge now, ball in hand. Will be a pivotal factor in this game for Warburton Millgrove. Brings it to the middle of the ground looking for Elliott, but it could be cut off here. Unable to hold the mark. In the middle of the ground, Elliott could get out the back. Actually, he turns around, snaps it across his body, puts it into the direction of Humphrey. Humphrey with a slight fumble, but now they look to try and get it out here. But Henry's got it on the run. Henry puts it into the direction of Hewitt.
He's the man you want to have it in his hands as well, Trent. Beautiful set shot usually. Hopefully I've pulled out the confidence courtesy.
Hewitt now will line up. He'll have to kick this all 40-45. And Hewitt now.
You couldn't tell we were outside and it's very cold.
Comes in, kicks right on the 45. He kicked it real low and it doesn't even make the distance. It goes only about 35 metres and they look to go for it going all. Hamill doesn't quite make his distance and they could have fumbled had they got themselves into trouble here. Healesville, it's in dangerous spots, but now they've got it. They can go out through Mendy clears it, but they're going to stay in play. I think it might just Murphy flies, but it's spurled. Baker comes in to try and apply the pressure. Murphy goes in and gets it, but he's labelled with a strong tackle, and Baker could get it, and he's labelled in a strong tackle as well by Amaran. So they keep going. So just a bit of feeling, obviously grand finals always going to be that extra bit of feeling out there. It's a ball's tapped down, Aldridge tries to grab it out of the ruck, but does get it tapped out as well. Potts picks it up and just kicks it high up and under. Walker might park himself underneath that one, instead he decides to punch it, does that well with Savage coming the other way. And the Warriors set play over the boundary fine right near our logos here. The outer Eastern sponsors. So they'll bring the ball up to throw it in. Aldridge and Murphy. Aldridge gets that tap, Greenwood picks it up and snaps it around. It's a good looking kick and it's going to work out alright. Moving it forward in the hands here of Barclay. Barclay puts it inside for 50 and he's done that well in Edwards. So Edwards, it's going to be a great factor as well up forward for them. Him and Donegan. Bit of a 1-2 punch, them two up forward. Donegan already has one. Edwards kick his first as well. Edwards now. Kick is on the way. Kick looks pretty good off the ball. And it's home. Here's your up 2 and Edwards has his first.
Much better start for Aaron Edwards there than he produced in the semi-final a couple of weeks ago, and that'll fill him with plenty of confidence. His first goal. Yeah, good start for the Bloods. 2-on-13. Take a look at the Castle replay here, and once again a beautiful finish. Aaron Edwards got pretty close to the goal post, but held the line, did well enough. We come back into the middle, so Warburton and Millgrove need to find a response here, conceded the first 2 goals and had the ball down their end at times. Just haven't seized it so far, so once again up it goes Aldridge up against Murphy, and Aldridge just grabs out of the ruck and he gets the centre clearance as well, up and under ball, 2 1-on-1, no marker be taken, in goes Barr, but Potts got the handle away, did that beautifully, kick around the body, Greenwood couldn't quite stick the mark, it was a tricky one to handle, and they might be away now. Warburton Millgrove, Barr goes in once again, was he taken off the ball? Yes he was. So free kick for Tom Barr. A little bit too far out. He's got a short option on there in Baker, but decides against that one. Decides to go much longer, does Barr. Centering ball, it's a dangerous one, but it might work out okay. Brown got a little hand in. Caneva just socketed it forward. Bit of a tricky one to handle. Faruga did well, got it back to Caneva. Stepped away from one, retreats back a little bit, but the kick's a bit of a wobbler inside forward 50. And Frazzetto handled the wet ball beautifully. Got it away to Newsom. Frazzetto once again kicks across and does that really nicely to Murray, who wastes absolutely no time. Very long kick down the line. Here is Amaran in a bit of a 2-on-1, but he takes the mark and he gets the Jets on. Got the handle away because he was about to be tackled. Found Warren, decides to keep the ball in play. Warren goes once again. Oh, beautifully done. Stepped away from a couple, but he stepped out of play. It's going to be a boundary throw in right in front of our broadcast position here. But a good build up there from the Bloods nonetheless. The wind really starts to pick up here at Warrialloc, and it feels like it's heading towards the northern end after it's been blown to the southern end for the last couple of weeks through this final series. But anyway, boundary throw. Aldridge once again up against Murphy, and the rain starts to come down once again as well. Aldridge from the back, just got a little fingertipper on it. Huge numbers around the ball, and the umpire comes in and calls for it once again. And you can hear that wind through that effects mic. It is very, very potent. Tapped away by Aldridge to Barr, who lost control of the ball, and then he's taken in the tackle. In goes Mendy, laid a good strong tackle there on Josh Sharp, and once again the umpire says the fly ball. And we have yet another stoppage. So again, just a bit of a gridlock this time at half forward for Healesville. Neither ruck was able to win the tap. There's a free kick for a block paid to Aldridge. So potential 4-way forward here for Warburton Millgrove. Aldridge loads up on the right, up and under ball, Barr in the area, no one can take the mark. Brown knocked it away. Murray eventually got the ball under his control. Handballs backwards to go forwards, looking for Murphy. Oh, but Mendy came in, probably wasn't his ball. Coming back in, ball with that kick there is Baker, and that's beautiful vision. And he finds Aldridge, who's got Lee running past, but decides against that quick little handball. So Aldridge once again will load up on the right. Goes long, not a bad looking, kicking them up, be taken, no it can't. Once again Healesville on the bounce, looking for Amaran, no mark could be taken. Lee did really well, but he tried to spin out of trouble. And the umpire forgiving and decides just to call it a ball up. A couple more seconds in here probably, could have been holding the ball. So up it goes once again, Bates and Aldridge. I think Bates probably got the better of that one. Newsom going in hard. And we'll have yet another stoppage on the broadcast wing.
Just stopping him playing here. Aldridge, no one can get a tap, but it's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of Aldridge. They'll take the advantage here, and they move it forward for Sharp, who sends it inside the forward 50. No one can take the clean possession, but Hewitt grabs on the run and he gives it back to Sharp. And the rain comes down heavy, gives it back to Hewitt, puts it inside the forward line. Open goal square. Full bounce 3-0. It's going to be rushed over the boundary line for a boundary throw in.
That result there for Warby. Switching us to reload here if I can get some corners working. This is going to be a tricky one over the rain. It's starting to come down pretty heavily.
Yeah, they want to lock it in here and try and create an opportunity, even if it's back-to-back stoppages. Just try and keep it inside that 450. Create some momentum with the ball inside there. The ball comes down now. Humphrey goes in after it. They get a handball out. Might be it up there now. Healesville look to retreat. Can the mark be taken? Yes, it can. And it's like Greenwood. The rain comes down really heavy now. And the wind picks up as well. All different conditions they're going to be up against out there. Warren's there, but he's pushed out over the ball, trying hard to go at it too. There for Healesville with Barclay. It's going to be a free kick. Barclay will be the recipient. Barclay on the broadcast side. Comes just down the line, has Donegan. Didn't quite get it though. Emmerich gets and tries to get a handball at the back. Donegan bends over, trying to pick it up. Bates gets it on the end. Savage wants to kick it in mid-air. It was smothered. Yeah, they try. It's going to be probably a ball up here, as the ball's going to be balled up inside the 45 for Healesville. So ball's thrown up, Bates and Aldridge to go at it. Bates probably got a bit of that, and Potts tried to get it, but couldn't quite get under his control. Savage gives the ball back to Barclay. Barclay stuck across his body. Here comes Edwards, makes the contest. Donegan on the bounce, a little bit of a fumble. Now it's gone to ground. Tackle is laid, and it's going to be another ball up. It's about 30 from home. So reset here. They wouldn't want Healesville to kick another goal here more than Millgrove if they get it. Barclay is at a high contact free kick, and I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think just play for that one a little bit, Trent. I think the umpire got fall over that one.
So they're going to ball this one up. There's a ball up now. Aldridge gets his tap down, but busting through is Savage, and he tries to get the handball in the direction of Donegan. He can't quite pick it up. He's only in the back. Umpire says play on. Barclay gets his thumped off the footy too. Good pressure there from the Warburton defence. Nearly 22 minutes gone in this first quarter. Ball to be balled back in. And throw back in here. Both ruckmen have a grab of each other. Bates gets that tap down. Can they get the clearing kick? Walker clears it out. And he's done that well. Puts it out in the direction. Now they can run. This is on the recipient of Canava. He puts it in. Is he? Now Hewitt has it. Hewitt turns around at half forward, puts it inside the 450. He's looking for a teammate down there, and Michael Brown. Brown with the pressure from the Healesville defence. They've done well here. And the umpire's going to pick up a hold of the ball, so Healesville can have a sigh of relief there not to allow a late goal coming in this quarter.
They get the ball moving out of defensive 50, not a bad looking kick, finding Warren. And then just going the short handball away. Kick looking for Potts, but McHale did well. Tapped it back into the corridor, and Warby can reload here. Lee's got ball in hand for the moment. That handball though, probably not the greatest on that occasion. But Walker, Baker's got to track back, and they've made this really hard work, the Kookaburras. That ball doesn't go out of play. No, McHale should be able to keep it in. He's got Ma, who nearly ran into trouble. He took on Barclay, and he's gone. And there's a siren, so that will do us here for quarter time at Warrialic Recreation Reserve in the Division 1 Grand Final. Scores at the moment, Healesville 2-13, Warburton and Millgrove yet to trouble the scorers. So 2-13 to no score. We'll go to a short break for quarter time when we come back. Now, so there we go, second quarter action underway here at Warrialic Recreation Reserve. And once again, Nelson Aldridge goes early, probably just got the better of it in the end, gained possession of the ball, and he's taken the tackle straight away. So once again, up it goes. Aldridge just thumps it forward. Hills will seem to have all the numbers tracking back though, getting it under his control eventually there for the Bloods was Watkins. Goes to the outer side of the ground, but he's turned it over. And Mitch Gordon does well. Goes long down the line and finds Hewitt. It just couldn't quite snaffle the mark, and the ball comes out of play. Disappointing result there for the Kookaburras. Good bit of vision from Gordon, but Hewitt unable to take it down, so it will be a boundary throw in on the outer side. So once again, Murphy and Aldridge line up for their respective sides. Up it goes. Aldridge with front position, just couldn't quite get the hit out. And now socket forward for Healesville. Baker tracked it back, but he couldn't quite take it cleanly. Walker feigned for a high. Looks like he's going to get it as well. So Walker, plenty of options up ahead. Henry's open back in the centre square, and he spots him as well. So good kick there from Dylan Walker. So Henry's turn now. He's got a few overlap runners, but decides against those. And once again, just chips it back out to the outer side. He might have turned it over. Greenwood came in to provide a bit of a hand. Gordon eventually laid the tackle. Ball heads towards the boundary line, and it makes its way over, and it'll be thrown back into play on the outer side wing. It's an interesting start to this second quarter. No goals as of yet. Waiting for the boundary umpire to throw it back into play. Again, Aldridge finds himself up against Murphy. Aldridge to the front, smashes it forward to about half forward. Tom Barr in a bit of a foot race here with Jeremy Newsom and can't beat him, and Newsom just happy to see it over, so another stoppage. So a bit of a gridlock. We've just had little lapses in play like this so far in this grand final, and then suddenly it all of a sudden revs its way up. So we wait for the boundary umpire again to throw the ball back in. Aldridge to the front. Just tried to snaffle it out of the ruck, couldn't quite do so. Henry overran it slightly, and now they might be away. Mendy did well, bust the tackle, got the kick away. It beats Jack Lee. Healesville looking pretty good, but Lee did well, but his handball missed the target. And now they might be able to get one inside forward 50. Donegan knocked it back into the corridor. Here is Potts, just got the kick away in time. Would have been holding the ball otherwise. And Healesville just surged that ball inside forward 50. So it wasn't the prettiest bit of play, but it works for the moment.
So the ball to be ball back up here. Aldridge to go against Murphy. Both Ruckman got a tap at it. Henry barges his way through and they get the clearing kick here. They come to the broadcast side, but mopping it up here. Daly, the vice captain for Healesville. Now they present a couple of options. Pops with ball in hand. Donegan gives a little lead. Pops assesses his option, decides to come short to the pocket. Can a mark be taken? No, just fumbled over the line for a boundary throw in, but inside the 40-forward line of Healesville. So it's somewhere where they would like to be. Warburton and Millgrove yet to score. So Healesville can add another one to their score from this stoppage as the ball's thrown back into play here. Bates in the ruck this time for Healesville. Aldridge just thumps it towards the boundary line. No intention to keep it in and just gains a little bit of leverage and meterage up the ground, and they'll redo it again. It's the ball getting ready to be balled back into play here. Ball's thrown in. Both ruckmans had a hold of each other. No ruck can get in, trying to thump his way through, but they get a bit of movement here. Can the ball get to the boundary ground? Humphrey goes in underneath the ball and tries to get it. He's tackled. The umpire says that's my ball. I'll ball that one up. So the ruckman's to reset to go at it again. As we've seen a lot today, especially in these wet conditions, going to be a lot more soldiers, not as much clean footy. Both ruckmen have a hold of each other. Bates gets that tap. Baker's in underneath it, and he's going to get a high contact free kick. So Baker pushes off his mark and has a look around, seeing what he has, and decides to come short to Henry, who's worked hard. Baker will come back and get the handball received. Baker now runs, puts it down the line, sees something he's like, and he very much likes that. Aldridge gives the handball out. Now they put it inside forward line. Faruga in there, he goes. And it's going to be helped over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. So it's going to be in the pocket for Warburton and Millgrove. So they get ready to throw the ball back into play here. Westlake to go up in the ruck this time, and he taps it down and wins the tap. Henry gets it, tries to snap it towards goal. Kick is smothered, and ball at the bottom of the pack. They're fighting out after it. Is it going to get out? Looks like it might get its way out. Humphrey gets it, but he tries to get a boot to ball, and he's tackled straight away, and the umpire's going to ball this one up.
So stoppage inside forward 50 from Warburton and Millgrove once again. Humphrey just unable to break the tackle on that occasion. Up it goes. Westlake in the ruck this time. Maybe got the better of that tap. Where are the crumbers for Warby here? Eventually, Healesville do mop it up. Daly gets a long kick out of the back 50. And that's a good strong mark taken by Newsom. Stood tall. And that was just what the Bloods needed. Steadfast in defence and get the ball moving out of there for the moment. Newsom got plenty of options up the line, and that's where he goes. Just chips it, looking for Donegan. He's turned it over. And they look to come back the other way. So they can load up. Warburton and Millgrove once again inside forward 50. They go. Hewitt's in the area. Can't quite take the mark. Comes to ground level. Someone trying to barge their way through, and the umpire once again calls for it. So what can we do here? Millgrove up it goes once again. Plozza in the ruck this time up against Westlake. It comes back into the corridor. Dangerous times for the Bloods. They've got plenty of numbers down there, though. It's going to be hard for Warby to get a kick out of the pack. And they might have just made this work. Greenwood got a kick away, and he did well to find Bates. Bates finds a bit of overlap run here in Newsom. He handballs over the top, and now Healesville awry. Long kick down the line, but it's straight over the head of Edwards and straight into the lap of Anderweezer, who just hands it away. Did that nicely on that occasion there to Gordon, who nearly turned it over, but his kick worked out in the end. It's a couple of nervous moments there for the Kookaburras, but they hold up for the moment. Long kick from Baker. And to get it to about half forward, no mark can be taken. Frazzetto got it out the back, but he was met with a tackle straight away and got a bit of high contact for his trouble. So we will have another stoppage, or another free kick it is, sorry, in fact this time for Campbell. Frazzetto on the outer side. Just come inboard with a kick, and that'll work out fine to Watkins. Watkins just backs off the mark for the moment. Loads up on the right boot to the outer side, and I think he's put too much on it, and he has. And that ball gone out of bounds on the full. Warburton and Millgrove once again can reload. Bar wastes absolutely no time. Long ball inside forward 50. Oh, Murray probably could have marked. He decided to fist it away. Frazzetto hands it away to Watkins, who's taken in the tackle. How does the umpire see this? Boundary throw-in. Right in front of, looks like the Blue Man group over there, Trent. Plenty of people. Don't know what's going on over there. preparing for the wet conditions, I suppose. But anyway, boundary throw in once again. Up it goes. Westlake to the front. Almost could have grabbed it out of the ruck there. Just fell short of him though. And the ball again just beelining the boundary. Elliott got a handball away. Was there a bit of high contact? Umpire happy to let it go, so we'll have another boundary throw in the forward pocket for Warburton and Millgrove.
So it's in the forward line, Warburton and Millgrove. They want to try and make a score out of this opportunity. The umpire getting ready to throw the ball back in. Westlake again going to go up in the ruck. Looks like he's going to go up against Plaza. Gets the tap down, does Plaza. And Senior can snap it around his body, but Barr parks himself under it and takes a nice mark. So Barr probably a bit too far out to score. Will look to put it into the hot spot. There's a couple deep. What can be made of this? Has Westlake deep. Barr lines up. And it's off target, and it's missed the whole lot for out on the full. We've gone 8.5 minutes gone in this second quarter with Warburton and Millgrove yet to score to Healesville's 2 goals, 1-13. So bring it back into play. Dangerous kick, but Greenwood makes it work. We've started this game well. Greenwood has a look around and comes in short and finds something he's like in Daly. Daly comes even shorter to Murray. Murray has a look around, not sure where he's going to go, so he comes short and finds Donkin. Donkin now has a look around, has a couple options probably down the line. That's probably where he'll have to go and sends it in that direction. Does it stay in play? As the umpires see this, no, out the full. Baker will be the recipient of this free kick. Baker now has a look at his options. He'll try and come short to Henry, but the kick is not very good. Pop picks it up. Even chased down. Great pressure there. Done by Sharp. And they go even further. Potts goes back in, gets and gives a handball out to Donkin. Donkin puts it inside the forward line. Now Edwards is chasing hard after it, but picking it up is Lee. Lee turns around and kicks it out of trouble. He's done that well, and Warburton and Millgrove might be out of trouble. Henry spins around one, then do the handball over the top. That was clever. Now they can get the clearing kick out here, but it's all Healesville. But great stuff by Hewitt, who thumps the ball forward in the middle of the ground. Here's Potts. Can he get his way out of this? No, he's getting tackled by 2 of them. The umpire says that's my ball. I'll ball it up. And then great pressure there by Warburton and Millgrove. Aldridge wins the tap down. Thumping hard at it for Warburton and Millgrove. Coming the other way was Michael Brown. Now they can go inside the forward line. Can it might be taken? Yes, oh no. Fought for Zetto, had it for a second. Faruga's looking dangerous out there. Hewitt goes in hard. Faruga again with the tackle. Elliott gets around 1, gets around 2. Kick towards goal and hold the ball. So Healesville again get out of trouble.
So Elliott took him on, and it was a bold play, but the free kick comes back to Murray, who just chips it across and finds Senior in the back pocket. And Senior, once again, just a little short chip kick to Plaza. So Plaza, the game's record holder for the club, just goes short on the left. Humphrey comes across and did pretty well. No, but he's given away front on contact. There you go. Didn't do well enough in the end, so Liam Daly, the recipient of the free kick on the outer side. Looks long, high up and under ball. Plenty in numbers. Aldridge did well, and he wastes no time. Long kick inside forward. 50 is well and truly offline. Murray calls for on the full, and he gets it too.
Just didn't need to blaze away like that.
Yeah, he had a couple of options. So it comes across to Plaza once again. Ballingall calls for it long. Not on it. And decides to go to Donkin. Donkin loads up on the left boot, and that's a really good kick as well. Mendy got plenty of room, and he comes in to take the mark. So Mendy assesses the options down the line. Not a whole lot to go to. Plenty on one-on-ones. Chips it down the line. Warren comes in and does well. And the sun comes out for the first time today here at Warwick Recreation Reserve. Can you believe that? As Warren comes back into the corner, that's a beautiful kick to Donkin, who's got a bit of a overlap, I should say. Comes to the outer side, finds Senior, kicks the ball, moving to about half forward. Really good kick because he finds Newsom. Newsom now swings around onto the right boot, a little pitching wedge, and that's not going to work out. Baker came in with a fist. Barr couldn't quite control the wet ball, but now they might be away. Now Marr comes through, got it away to Humphrey. He gets the kick away on the right boot. Has he turned it over? No. Faruga provided a good contest. Murray once again gets the handball away just in time. Here is Donkin, ducked the head, but he got the handball away just in time. Long handball, now Greenwood, long kick inside forward 50. Pretty did well, got the fist in just in time. Plenty of numbers at half forward for Healesville. Umpire comes in and pays a throw, so the Warby defence hold up. And they just bring it back inboard for the moment. Baker it is with ball in hand. Wants to go through the corridor. Good kick, and it finds Aldridge. Had an overlap runner in Humphrey, but decided against him. Goes longer to half forward. Might work out for Ruger, provided the contest, but Donkin tracked back with a ground level ball, but he slipped over. Marr laid the tackle. And it's a boundary throw, and just came out of play. So we'll see how they manage this stoppage here. Warburton Millgrove, they've just probably had the better of this last couple of minutes. Can they find some connection inside forward 50? They've got a couple of long targets down there if they can win it out of the stoppage. Aldridge to the front, just slams it just about inside forward 50. Senior looks to have scored the ball over. That might have been dangerous because the ball bounced back into the path of one of the Warby players and then once again makes its way over. So another boundary throw in. What will happen here? Once again, Murray and Aldridge. Now it's Brown, in fact, who's going to come up on the ruck on this occasion for Warby Millgrove. Brown grabs it out, got a kick away on the right. Here is Hewitt. Mendy knocked it away from him, kick towards goal! He's offline, but it's a boundary throw in. And they're looking dangerous here, the Kookaburras.
They're inside forward 50 now. They definitely are looking dangerous. They just need to hit this scoreboard. They've not allowed Healesville to score this quarter, but they haven't scored themselves and yet to register a score in the whole game. So they really need to make something of this forward entry now as the ball's thrown back into play. Tap down. Pressure lay there, Westlake trying to take a tackle on. This might be their opportunity. It's going to be on the ball. Umpire says play on. Big tackle lay there. This one's going to be a sling tackle, and this time they're going to have an opportunity. They'll have a shot on goal here, and it's going to come through the like of Tom Marr. Tom Marr will line up from about 35, 40 out. Slide angle, virtually directly in front though. They look to bring the ball back in. Here they go now. Begins his approach. Marr kicks on his way for the first goal for Warburton Millgrove, and he's got it! They're on the board! Warburton on the board!
Gee, snuck it home, Trent. It was very, very tight, but gee, that's a big one for Warburton Millgrove. Fantastic. We'll take a look at the Karsha replay here, and yeah, that ball, it was always right, just at the last moment, straightened up enough. So they'll definitely take that one. Warburton Millgrove, they're finally on the board. And after nearly 15 minutes, just about there, Trent, finally got a goal in this second quarter as the ball comes back into the middle.
It's ball in the middle now. Look to be balled back up. Tapped out by Aldridge. He's done that well, but Greenwood sharks it and gets the clearance kick out to centre half forward. Yeah. Can they move it forward? Henry, slight fumble. So Healesville will go now. They get a handball. Warren tries to take it on. As the umpire says, he's going to ball it up. 15.5 minutes gone in the second quarter, edging close to the first halftime break. Now, they move it forward. Senior is there. They try to get the handball out to him, but he goes in and lays the tackle on Brown, but he's going to give away the free kick for in the back. So Brown wants a runner coming behind him, but doesn't get it. So turns around and just wheels around to full forward. Westlake and Humphrey are there. Which one? Both of them goes over his head. Baker has a slight slip, and the ball tracks past him. A tackle is laid down there. About 50 from home for Warburton Millgrove. So they're starting to bring themselves into the game here. Just slowly into the game. It's the ball thrown back into play now. Aldridge gets the tap out the back, but they get the kick moving forward to Healesville, but it's turned over. So Warburton Millgrove can go back inside forward 50 here. They have a look. They have Walker in the middle if they want to switch it. But instead they're going to go long, feeds a bit of candy, runs around the guy on the mark, puts it to the forward line. Barr is there, can't quite hold it. Humphrey comes at it, gets around the tackle, snap across his body, didn't quite get all of it. Hewitt's going to park himself underneath it. Can they get one out back for Ruger? It's going to go over the boundary, over the goal line for a minor score. And they'll look to bring the ball back into play here, Healesville. Just having a look where they can bring it. They need to try and slow down this momentum that Warburton Millgrove are starting to build. Here they go, they bring it out of fullback now. Down the line. Bulls line there with Parrish. It's going to be a kick and in danger. Free kick here against Senior. And they'll grab the ball here and it'll be Brown who'll take the free kick. So Brown, they're telling Brown you've got to go long. because we've got the numbers down long. So Brown goes, wheels around. This time he comes short. That's actually a smart kick and finds Barr. Barr almost wanted to use Baker there on the run through, but didn't. Probably a bit too far out to score, so they'll have to create something in. So Aldridge is going to drift down there deep into the forward line as well.
He's backing himself in.
So Barr will have to kick this all of 50. Distance doesn't look like a problem, but the accuracy is, and it goes through for a minor score.
So Barr offline, but suddenly only 5 points separates the two sides now. It's 13 points the difference at quarter time, but Warby really getting themselves back into the game. So Donkin with the kick in duties, and he gains plenty of meterage. Long kick down the line, no mark can be taken. Pretty slapped it back towards the corridor, looking for a teammate in Sharp. And the umpire comes in, and we will have a stoppage on the outer side once again. Now the wind and rain has died down for the moment at Woori, but almost certain it will come back at some point. But the players is enjoying a little bit of relief from that for the moment. Aldridge wins the tap. Plenty of numbers at ground level. Warby looking pretty dangerous here. Trying to reload inside forward 50 once again, but just can't break away from a big pack of players. And we do have another stoppage once again. Up it goes. Aldridge, Sharp, look dangerous. Now Healesville on the counter-attack, kick to a one-on-one. Might just work out for him here. Knocked away momentarily. Looked like Morrison was. Here is Barr once again, been busy in the second quarter. Brown provided a bit of a shepherd. Here we go. Barr's got it under his control. Kicks inside forward 50, finds Hewitt. Oh, he couldn't quite stick the mark. Greenwood comes across to provide support for the Bloods. And now they're out of the defensive 50, but for how long? Here goes Savage. He was bumped off of it. Henry lost control. And he's been penalised. Just dropped it as he was tackled. Murray just decides to go long down the line to a one-on-one. I think it's a downfield free. And it is. So Parrish on this occasion, the recipient. Much further down the line now at Healesville, so they're out of trouble for the moment. Parrish just looks long, and that's where he goes. Just short of about half forward. Amarant is in the area, but he's not going to be able to take the mark. Aldridge dangerously knocked it back into the corridor, but Marr got to it first. He gets away from a couple. Did well, found Walker. Walker kicks across goal. Should work out okay because he's got McHale with plenty of room. He's got Henry much longer up the line, but decides to go further to Faruga, and he's turned it over. And now once again Frazzetto, who's had a good second quarter, hands it away to Potts. He goes with a short kick, and it's a really good one too to Mendy. Maybe just too far to score Nick Mendy, but he loads up. Kick to about the top of the square. Edwards has got his name written all over this, and he's dropped the mark. Can you believe that? Oh, what a reprieve for the Warby defence for the moment. Aaron Edwards. Cannot believe that ball's gone down, but anyway, still a chance at ground level for someone. Warby want to take it over, but they get the ball out of the defensive 50. Dangerous kick though, back up towards the middle of the ground. Ball comes into the corridor. Healesville pressure is absolutely relentless at the moment. Brown once again. Marr got a handball away, comes up the line. Here is Aldridge, who came up to meet it, but Mendy, he did well, got rid of him. Potts reloads it once again. Long kick inside forward 50. Parrish has got it! Beautifully done by Jake Parrish. Good mark. Coming back in, that was a really good one-on-one win there from Mendy on the Karsha replay. As we take a look at this, and Potts, beautiful bit of vision. And it was a tricky mark there to be taken by Jake Parrish, but in amongst a couple of Warby players he does it. So here he is directly in front, about 25 out. And misses far to the left. So a reprieve for the Warby defence, 2-2-14 now at Healesville. To Warburton and Millgrove, 1-2-8. As the Kookaburras again look to reload.
So bringing out the defensive 50 now. Assessing the options. They'll play on, use the full meterage, and looks like they're going to come wide. Pretty is there, but he's on his 3-on-1, and Greenwood parks himself underneath and takes a nice strong mark and decides to play on straight away. See something he's like. Can't quite hold the mark. Nope, going to be paid for chopping the arms, I believe. And it's Amarant. Looks like he's going to be backing himself in. We are 22 minutes gone in this quarter, so we're edging closer to the break. Maybe that's what he's thinking. But he sees something he likes even wider. He's done that well. Looks like it might be Plozza by the looks of it. Yeah, Plozza wide. Not a known goal kicker.
No, he did sneak forward for a little bit 2 weeks ago, but not usually his forte tremble. We'll see how he goes.
Plozza will kick this all 45 on an angle. One for a captain's goal if he kicks this. There goes Aiden's paper.
That's yours, actually.
My paper. Plozza on its way. Didn't quite make the distance. Chance the ball, and he's going to get it.
Got to keep your stuff secure, Trent.
Mendy. Looks like, or was it Edwards is going to get it? They're both standing around the region. I think it might be coming. Going to come to Edwards. Already has one. So Edwards to line up for his second. And Healesville's third to extend the lead before the halftime break. Edwards. In he comes and he's put it straight through. He's got two. Extends the lead.
There we go. 1 to 2 goals there for Aaron Edwards out of 3 for Healesville, only 4 for the game. Pretty easy pickings there, you would have thought too, as we wait for the ball to come back into the middle of the ground. So back out to a 12-point margin, what it was pretty much. At quarter time, 13 points it was, so a little bit disappointing for the Kookaburras after all the hard work done. Healesville getting a responding goal, but still time enough yet, you'd think, for Warby, maybe for one more. So ball's back in the middle, Aldridge up on the right, this time against Greenwood apparently, and he did really well, Aldridge, got it down to Baker, Baker's away, he's on the burst, he goes long inside forward 50 to 1-on-1, Westlake is there, but it's knocked away from him, and there's the siren, so that will do us once again. 4 quarter to half-time it is, in fact, sorry, at Warburton Recreation Reserve. And heading into the main break, Healesville still with the lead, 3-2-20 to Warburton Millgrove's 1-2-8. Still a fairly tight contest at the moment. And plenty of action still to come. We will throw it back to the studios of Yarra Valley FM for a half-time break. When we come back, we'll have all the action from a very interesting second half. And so we are about to get this second half underway as the umpire holds the ball aloft. And second half action in the grand final is underway. Once again, Nelson Aldridge up against Brandon Murphy. Up it goes. Aldridge wins the tap. Got it down to Henry with a little bit of a look away. Handball. McHale eventually just knocked it forward in a 1-on-1 up against Mendy. Mendy did well. Got the handball away to Watkins. Watkins hands it away too. And now Healesville on the counter-attack. Got it to Greenwood. Long kick to about half full, but he's turned it over and been pretty right on the end of this one. Good intercept mark. Got a couple of options up the line, and he finds Baker. Baker. Directs a couple of troops to come at him. Low spearing ball's a good kick as well to Hewitt. Really good bit of vision. Oh, Hewitt's missed the handball though. It might still work out. Lee eventually gets it under his control. He goes back to Baker, who's sold himself down the river. That's holding the ball. Ran into trouble, and Aaron Edwards takes the free kick high up the ground.
Second holding the ball for Aaron Edwards today.
Yep, Edwards loads up on the right boot. Long kick into the forward pocket. Who can take a mark here? Oh, no one just comes to ground level. Looks like Savage has taken them on. Umpire calls them to go. Can you believe that? So no holding the ball paid. Comes away. Amaranth kick towards goal is offline. Just couldn't quite get the ball to hook around Tennyson Amaranth. Hills will get the first score of the second half, but just a minor one. So just the behind. Already a minute and a half into this third quarter. So Walker with the kicking duties for the Kookaburras. He's got Marr as the short option, but he goes longer, kicks hugging the boundary line, and he's kicked it out of bounds to the full. And the Bloods can reload. Daly will be the recipient. Closest man to it. So Liam Daly just short with a kick, and that'll work out okay to Potts, who might even back himself in on the set shot here, although his eyes are darting around. Appealing to the umpire that Hewitt's too close, but now it does look like Luke Potts will take on the set shot. So when he comes, man on the mark right on that 45-metre arc. Kick looks pretty good. It's coming back. It just doesn't come around enough. Is there a stopper on the line here? They're appealing for it. What does the goal umpire say? Healesville are pretty happy with this one. It is a goal!
Replay there. Gee, that's good work there. Aaron Edwards. He's got 3.
Was it Edwards?
On the replay, it looked like.
Yeah, no, it is, yep. The Kasha replay, Trent, you've got to make sure you get the sponsor in there as well. They don't pay for these for nothing. 4-3-27. So Edwards does eventually get the goal. Big pack of players down there, and he's got his third and the 4th for Healesville. So it's a 19-point difference, the biggest of the game so far, as we come back in the middle of the ground once again.
So back into the middle of the ground. Aldridge up against Bates. Aldridge gets the tap down. Trying to bust his way through. There is Brown. The umpire sees it going nowhere, so she calls for the ball to be balled up. The ball's balled up into play here. Aldridge over the back, gets the tap down. Busts his way through Henry, gets the handball out to Baker, and he's kicked it straight into the ankle of the Healesville player. And it's Ricochet, Levi Greenwood and Mendy try and work out, he wants to go get it. Mendy swipes off the tackle, looks to get the ball moving forward, looking for Warren, but it's cut off there, and he's done nicely. And they can reset. It was cut off by Vice Captain Lee. So two ruckmans getting ready to set up Bates and Aldridge as the ball's thrown back into play. Aldridge front position, gets the tap down, but Warren's there, peels to the high contact free kick, umpire doesn't fall for it, then takes him on. Is the umpire going to pin it, gets the tap, gets the handball out, and Aldridge gets the thumping kick moving forward. Intercepted there, done well there. Now they waste no time playing on, they bring it to the middle of the ground, but it looks like it's going to be turned over to Marr. Marr holds a strong mark, is he going to get a runner out the back? Yes he does, now they can go. Warburton will go, put it in the forward 50. Westlake at the back, creates a contest, but they don't hold the ball, so they keep moving forward. Senior now with ball in hand, comes wide. And finds Barclay over the top to Greenwood. Was he taken high? Umpire says no. Some of the crowd think he was, but they're going to ball it up anyways. Right in front of the Healesville interchange. So Aldridge again will go up against Bates. Ball's thrown back up into play here. Aldridge taps it down, then grabs it, and he's tackled straight away, so they're going to redo that all over again. We waste no time throwing the ball back up. Play resumes. Is it going to be a free kick holding the man? No, it's not. Henry tries to jump over everyone and then goes in and lays a strong tackle. Going to ball that one up again. So a lot of stoppage play being played here early in the second half. Ball's thrown up. Bates probably got the tap out the back, but Aldridge grabbed it out of the ruck. His kick was smoked. Baker goes in, gets the handball out to Lee. Lee gives it to Henry. Back to Lee. Lee gets the centre half forward, puts it inside the forward line. Intercepting mark, done well there by Plaza, looks like the skipper. Plaza now looks around, directs he's showing talent and come more at him. So he goes into the centre square to Potts. He's unable to hold the mark. So they go back and he lays a strong tackle. He's done that well. Bellingall now has the ball. Barclay over to Greenwood. Greenwood had a great first half. He's going to be chased down by Hewitt. He's not. Now he goes to Edwards. Baker. His mark was spoiled, sorry. Then Baker goes and gets it. Gives it a Walker back to Baker. Baker in the middle of the ground. Kicks it to, I don't think it was meant to go to Lee, but it's going to find its way to Lee. He gives his handball over to Henry, but it didn't quite make it to him. Greenwood can mob it back up. Senior goes wide. Now they try and get out of this. Murphy. Now they go over the top. Here's Donegan, unable to hold the mark, and they try and take on his tackle. Donegan does well. Pretty's trying to chase after, and they knock it forward. Greenwood is there. He's going to mob this back up. He picks it up clearly. How good is that in the wet? They go short to Edwards, who already has three. Not easy to pick the ball up that cleanly in the wet, even though it was moving slow. Could have fumbled anywhere. All class there by Levi Greenwood. Then lowered the eyes. So Edwards will line up for number 4. He's going for the snap. Sat around the ball. He's not going to quite make the distance. It's going to be cut off.
Here we go. So they hold off for the moment to the Wilby defence as the wind and the rain really picks up here once again at Borealic Recreation Reserve. Long kick out of the defensive 50 from over the Kookaburras. Westlake up the ground, flies, but he can't take the mark. It was knocked away. Oh dear. There we go. This wind is very potent at the moment. Blowing to Healesville's end of the ground, and I've got a bad feeling we're going to lose our marquee in a second here. This is carnage. Boundary throw in. Anyone's ball to be won. Warren was dispossessed. He was taken off of it, and the umpire.
That's better.
There we go. Eventually the wind does slow down for the moment. So they come out of the defensive 50 to the Kookaburras. That's a good sprawl though by Amaranth. Good defensive effort. So another boundary thrown once again. Aldridge to go up against Bates in the ruck. Up it goes. Aldridge to the front. Gets a little soccer kick forward. Intercepted by Greenwood, but he's wrapped up straight away. Gets a kick away. Warren. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Now the ball once again finds its way over and it will be thrown back into play. So once again, boundary throw in as Plaza comes all the way across to half forward to take this contest. Aldridge Gets the tap. Watkins was tackled straight away by Barnett and by Caneva. So again, another stoppage. Up it goes. Neither ruck was able to get a hand onto it. Ballingall was in there for Healesville, so too was Plozza. Handball comes back into the corridor. Watkins got the handball away, but Bart did really well. Going without the footy momentarily there was sharp, but eventually he regathered it. Barnett got the handball away just in time. Here we go, Savage. He's away. Kick from 40 metres out. He's offline. Through for a behind. And GL team sheets here are absolutely saturated at the moment. Trying to pencil that stuff in is going to be pretty tricky. So Walker with the kicking duties once again. The wind just dies off for the moment, but it'll be back for sure. Here we go, long kick out of the defensive 50. Pretty parks himself underneath it. Can't quite take the mark. Caneva got a handball away, but it's a bit errant. Here we go. Amarant did well. Got it away to Warren. He wanted to get it to Greenwood, trying to be a little bit too clever. And it doesn't quite work out for the moment. Greenwood's got it, and the ball finds its way over the line, but there's a free kick for a hole. Paid before it went over, and Levi Greenwood will be the recipient. Greenwood goes to the top of the square, but will be with all the representation. Walker did well, cut it off. So they need to try and start making things happen here. Warburton and Millgrove, it is a 20-point difference at the moment. As the wind once again picks up, and they've turned it over here. Back in, someone just plucked the mark in the crowd there, bit of a cheer. Greenwood again reloads Healesville. Donegan in the area, but Walker got the fist in just in time. Ball looks to come to ground levels, a free kick for a high tackle, and so the Warby defence will get a reprieve for the time being. Here we go. Baker did well. Comes to the broadcast wing, but again he's turned it over, and guess who? Levi Greenwood. They just can't get it past him at the moment. Looks further afield, does Greenwood, and just short with a kick. Watkins came in to intercept it, but Greenwood once again has to fend off a couple of tackles. Handball back to Murphy. Now Watkins once again, and Parrish, but eventually it comes over and it will be thrown back into play.
This ball's going to be thrown back into play. It's definitely getting very chilly and wet and windy out here. Players playing through all sorts of conditions. They have done it all day, all three games that we've called. Aldridge finds his way to the front and gets the tap down. Then they can move it forward. Mendy gets the handball over the top. But they knock it down forward. Mendy goes back and gets it. Looks for a handball over to Warren. Could use Potts. He does. Potts now tries to straighten up to get it to Edwards. How's Edwards going to pick it up? He picks it up well, but it's going to be smothered. Potts gets it. And it's going to be helped back over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So they're thrown back into play here. Yeah, Greenwood's just been playing unreal, parking himself everywhere. Aldridge finds his way, then grabs it out of the ruck, then gets a little foot to it. Warren looks to pick it up. Did he get a high contact free kick? The umpire says no. We'll look to ball this one back up. The ball's thrown back up over the top. Plozza gets the tap, and they get the clearing kick here through Gordon. And it's helped over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. On the broadcast side, we've made a fact out in the full, yep. Senior will be the recipient of this kick. Senior played on, kick almost smothered by Brown, but he manages to get it just over him. Warren comes in from the side. Edwards comes and presents, gives a handball out the back. This is a high contact free kick. Umpire says play on. Ballingall made the big tackle. Edwards is getting in amongst it. Now the ball's at the bottom of the pack. And the big tackle is laid, and they're going to be told to ball this one up. So again, another stoppage. 12 minutes gone in this third quarter. Not much scoring happening. Conditions aren't helping. Aldridge gets his tap down. Fumbling it at the wrong time was Caneva. Now the ball's at the bottom of the pack. Another stoppage in play is going to happen with another ball up. So they're set up. Aldridge and Plozza, who's done the last few ruck contests. Plozza wins this one, gets it down to Potts. Potts over the top of Ballingall, uses Potts again. Potts now runs around and snaps it across his body into the Donegan direction. Makes the contest, brings it to ground. Now they go after it. Here's this, was that Faruga, I believe, making a big tackle. Then they get moving forward, and a good, strong tackle is laid in the defensive 50 for Warburton and Millgrove.
It's another stoppage. forward 50 here for the Bloods. They've really locked the ball down there these last 4 or 5 minutes. Up it goes once again. Aldridge, this time up against Plozza, who taps it forward. Edwards might be in. It was Potts, in fact. Dumping tackle is laid, and holding the ball is going to be awarded to Warburton Millgrove. So Baker assesses the options up the line. Plenty of one-on-ones to go to. It's up on that right boot, low trajectory, ball through the hands of Henry, comes to Brown out the back, but they're in trouble now, Warburton Millgrove. Parrish went to Senior, probably wasn't the right option, Senior's run down. And they make this work for the moment, do the Kookaburras. So Brown, the recipient of the free kick, looks long down the line. Oh, kick didn't quite favour Baker, but he did really well, Baker, considering got the handle away to Henry. What can Humphrey do? Gets the kick away just in time. Ball probably going to head towards the boundary line, but then it's straightened up off the bounce. Here is Westlake presenting. Got the tap back inboard. Henry once again. Good work rate by him. Here is McHale. Gets the kick away on the right boot just in time. Just full short. Frazzetto with the interception, but his handball was smothered. Here is Barr, and there's a free kick for high contact. It's going Healesville's way. So it comes back to Frazzetto. Just chips it back to Murray. Murray looks to the outer side, and that's where he goes. Pretty good looking kick to find Daly. He's got Watkins over the top, and that's where he decides to go. Good kick it was as well. Watkins swings back onto the right boot. Good looking kick it was, and here is Donegan up the ground. Good mark is taken. And they want to pull the trigger quickly here, Healesville. Because Edwards has just about got the forward 50 to himself, but Donegan decides to retreat backwards for the moment. Looks like Mendy over to the outer side there. Daly it is, in fact. So Daly loads up on that left boot. Long kick it is as well. Pretty gets to the front of the contest, but he can't take the mark. The kick goes to Mendy. Ball heads towards the boundary line. Is it kept in play? Yes, it is. And then eventually finds its way over. So another stoppage on the outer side of the ground. As the rain just dies off a little bit, the wind's still swirling around though. So boundary throw in on the outer side wing, up it goes over the head of both ruckmen. There's a free kick for a hold. I think it's going to go Nelson Aldridge's way, and it is. So Warby starting to get numbers back. Aldridge, low trajectory ball, works out to Barr, who plays on immediately. Got the handball away. They can go inside forward 50 of the Kookaburras. Westlake on the end of the kick, can't take the mark. It's knocked away from him. What do the Bloods do here? How do they navigate this situation? Do they take it over? Do they keep it in? If they keep it in, the umpire calls for it. It'll be a stoppage in the forward pocket. Very tense moment still for the Kookaburras. No. Oh, there we go. So 20 points down at the moment are Warby. And there's another free kick, and this time it's going to go Healesville's way. So the Blunts has come across goal for the moment. Ballingall's an option, but they go further to Watkins, who takes the mark. Watkins assesses the options up the line. Parrish is one of those. Looks further to Amarant. Kick just goes over his head through the hands of McHale, but he's given away a free kick to McHale, so this will go to Tenny Amarant. And Healesville can continue to build.
So Amarant will take this free kick. Half back line for Healesville. Goes over the top to Potts by hand. Potts runs around, then puts it long down the line. Edwards is there at a 3-on-1. Has a lot to do, can't hold the mark. Yeah, Walker is there, and it's helped over the line. It's going to be a boundary throw in here. About 16 and a half minutes gone into this third quarter. They're ready to throw this ball back in. As the ball comes back into play, Aldridge being held on to, the umpire says play on, Aldridge goes in and gets the handball out. Now they move the ball forward with a good intercept mark by Frazzetto, but it was touched off the boot, so they're going to get a ball up. So the ball to be thrown up here. Aldridge and Bates. Aldridge just muscles his way through and grabs it out of the ruck. Marr gets it from Aldridge, then throws it on his boot into the four-line queue. It's there, but bounces over the top of him, so is Westlake, but Healesville look to do this all right. Can they get this out cleanly? Yes, they can. They get it out, and they stump it through Murray over the top. Now they can go, a good tackle laid by Barr. Now they go over the top. Greenwood's down there, can't quite hold it, and they keep it moving. Down there, Savage chasing after it. And they can regather the ball over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. So the umpire's getting ready to set to bring this ball back into play. 2 rucks, Aldridge and Bates. Aldridge gets front position, gets the tap down, but it's Healesville who look to get the clearance when he's tackled by Baker and Henry, and they'll look to go again. That was Mendy trying to barge his way through. Ball's up, Bates this time. He's going to give away a free kick, matter of fact, to Nelson Aldridge, who's played an unreal game in the ruck for Warburton and Millgrove. He moves it forward now, inside the forward 50. Can it might be taken out the back? No, it can't. Murray is in, laid the big tackle. Now he's out the back, inside the 450. Warburton and Millgrove. Westlake is there, so is Elliott, trying to get the ball at the bottom of the pack. Now it's everyone just dives on, and it's a mud pit down there. Can it get out? No, it's not, so they're going to ball this one up inside the forward 50 for Warburton Millgrove, about 25-30 from home, as the ball's balled up here. But this time Healesville, the ruck contest, there's a free kick, and it's going the way of Healesville. So Healesville can bounce off half back, and they've played on now, and they've gone wide to Daly. Daly has a look around and decides to come short, and he does that well, finding Savage. Savage just right over near the scoreboard on the other side of the ground. Decides to come in the middle. Oh, don't know about that one, and it's cut off. Here they go, Warburton Millgrove. Can they pounce off this? Henry gives a handle to McHale. McHale goes wide to Hewitt. Didn't quite make it slide, but regathers and lays a good, strong tackle over the boundary line. And it's going to be a boundary throw in. Well, we're into red time. 19 minutes gone in the third quarter. Before the last break in the Division 1 Grand Final between Healesville and Warburton Millgrove. Tap down now. Here they go. They look to Senior, gave a handball back, and now they can work their way forward. Healesville, Warren is there. It could get out the back here, and that it does, but Lee mops it up. Went to go the handball, decided not to, but then nearly runs himself into trouble. They can get the handball back over to Warren. Warren runs around and gets around one. Here's Potts, but he's met with a strong tackle by Ma. Now they can move through for Plozza, but Lee smothers that, and it goes over the boundary line for a boundary throw, and Plozza meets Ma with a big hip and shoulder.
So Henry throwing on the broadcast wing. A lot of scoring still in this third quarter. Just the 1 goal so far for the Bloods to Aaron Edwards. Up it goes. Aldridge just grabs it with one hand out of the ruck, but he's dispossessed right away. Newsom got a handball. And then it comes over and it'll be thrown back into play once again. So they're going a couple of metres to the Bloods. And this wind is relentless at the moment.
And cold.
It is very exactly right. It is freezing at the moment. So up it goes once again. Plozza to the front, but it's Aldridge who can't quite win it from the back. It flies over both ruckman's head. Watkins lays a good tackle on Caneva. Nothing happening at the moment, and Aldridge being penalised for high contact. So Plozza will be the recipient. High up the ground is Daniel Plozza, and he thought about handing it off to Potts, but he'll go himself. So he puts him inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken? No, it spills over the back. Amaran is there, and there's another whistle for a hold, and this time it's going to go Warburton Millgrove's way. So Ben Pretty, the recipient, just comes back inboard to Bates. That's a good kick. Bates jumps it across to Henry. Just gets to him in time, Henry. Long kick up the line. Daly comes in and forces the interception, and Healesville are about to reload here. Good kick it is. Really good kick, and looks
Savage.
Yeah, you're right, Trent, it is Savage on the end of this one, and he can line them up from probably about 45 metres out of the mark, just inside. This to make it 26 points, already about 21 minutes gone into this third quarter. Be a very handy advantage going into the final change. So Jason Savage, big moment for Healesville, and he comes. Bit of an angle to deal with. Distance not a problem. Oh, he's hit the post. Just hit the inside of that left goal post. And Warby is still alive at the moment. Savage just not quite able to convert a tough opportunity. He's second behind. As we wait for the ball to come back into play once again.
Bit of push and shove happening too.
Yeah, a little bit willing out there at the moment. So 21 points the difference.
I can just try and keep himself warm.
Possibly. Long kick out of the defensive 50. Oh, it's a good mark taken there. Faruga, it looks like he's come up the ground. Assessing the options down the line. Waste no time getting that ball moving. Looking for Sharp. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Comes to ground level. Well, we just have to find something here before three-quarter time. They can't do so just yet. It's another stoppage. This time on the outer side of the ground. As the umpire calls for it once again, up it goes. Plozza in the ruck this time, just smashes it forward. Amarant does exactly the same thing, and they might be away here, the Bloods. The handball comes back into the corridor. Here is Newsom. If he can get it under his control, he can. Look to get the handball off to Barclay, but he couldn't find him, and Baker tracks back for the Kookaburras. Kicks towards the outer side of the ground. Was a little bit errant, and here they go again. Healesville inside forward 50. Edwards in a 3-on-1, and Pretty eventually cuts across and takes the intercept mark and wastes no time. Gets a kick away, looking for Morris. It gets it to him. Morris has got Barr as a long option. That's where he decides to go. Senior there, and he did well. Dale Senior got the fist in and gets it over the boundary line, and it'll be thrown back into play.
The ball will be thrown back into play. Dale Senior coming in late to knock it over. So Ruckman's getting ready to go at it. Plozza again doing some more ruck work against Aldridge. The ball's thrown up. Ruckman will have to come meet it a little bit. Aldridge probably got a bit of fist at that, but Plozza's going to come meet it as the siren goes for the 3/4 time break, and it's Healesville who lead 4-5-29 to Warburton Millgrove's 1-8.
There we go. So that is the final change here in the grand final in Division 1 in the Outer East, and Healesville with a very handy advantage heading into the final quarter. 21 points they lead by 4-5-29 to 1-2-8. We'll throw it back to the studios of Yarra Valley FM for a short break. When we come back, we'll have all the action from the final quarter. In about half an hour's time. Here's Greenwood bursting through, and he gets the kick away straight away, but it's turned over momentarily. Warren did well though, got it under his control, got a kick inside forward 50, couldn't quite find a set of hands. Plenty of numbers came into the forward 50 though as well. Here is Mendy, he's an option, so too is Amarant. And the umpire comes in, and we will have a stoppage inside the forward 50 of Healesville to start off the last quarter. So once again, Aldridge up against Bates. Aldridge just grabs out of the ruck, and he gets the ball moving out of there for the Kookaburras, looking for Elliott, who decided to fist it away towards the boundary line, but Healesville with all the representation here. Watkins came across to provide a bit of a hand. What can the Kookaburras do here? They get the ball moving forward, but they've turned it over almost straight away. This is Donkin, gets a kick around the body. Can he find an option? Yes, he can. And it looks like Bates on the end of this kick. He doesn't want to waste a lot of time. In fact, he might be backing himself in here, Trent. You see Bates? So, no, eventually he's called to go. He hands it away to Donkin, who's under a little bit of pressure. Donkin just chips across though, and that works out just fine for Zetto, who does put him inside forward 50, but he's turned it over, it looks like. Yes, and I think it's going to be a boundary throw. Must have just pitched inside. So, interesting start to this last quarter. Boundary throw in inside forward 50 for Healesville.
Oh, a bit of sun.
Yeah, just poking through for the moment. Hopefully I can stick around for at least this last quarter. Trouble for our efforts. Anyway, ball to be thrown back into play. Bates has got the front position. Aldridge just muscled him out but couldn't win the tap while doing so, and the umpire comes in once again. We'll have another stoppage. So Healesville's into the ground at the start of the last quarter, and they've got the early advantage so far, 21 points of difference. Aldridge wins the tap, but it was shark beautifully here. Kick around the body. He is offline and through from behind, so Healesville will get the first score of the last quarter, extend the margin to 22 points. Just unable to get the accuracy on the kick there, and Warburton Millgrove can bring this ball back into play.
So to bring it back into play now, they do. They go long down the line, looking for an option here, creates it, and then the contest creates, and they bring it back to half forward. Healesville look to try and gather the ball here, but they retreat now, do Warburton Millgrove. Bar puts it inside forward 50, but out the back, can they get it? Off the ground, yes they can! Mendy, the skipper, has kicked it!
Savage, wasn't it?
Yes, Savage, in fact.
Yep. There we go, look at the Kasha replay here, and this is the chaos ball you were talking about, Trent Savage. That's the second soccer goal we've seen today.
So he kicks his first.
Saw one from Brody Hood in the under-18s, and now Jason Savage finds a goal after kicking a couple of behinds earlier in the piece.
It's going to make it a lot harder now for Warburton to come back from that.
Not the start that the Kookaburras would have wanted. Trent, you're absolutely right, definitely the start that Healesville would have wanted as the ball comes back into the middle.
So Aldridge will go up against Bates, and notice they're doing a more of a stand next to each other approach. As Bates gets that tap down, and they look to get out of here. Healesville trying to take it on. There was Newsom. They're tackled, and the umpire's going to ball this one up. Eventually found its way to Potts. Ball to be brought up here. There's two ruckmen in play here now. Aldridge looks to just grab the ball and barge his way through. He does to somewhat of an effect. But we get another stoppage. As the ball gets the ball back up now, Aldridge decides to tap it over the back of his head to Henry, and Henry kicks it off the ground and decides to just chase after it. But he's beaten to the footy by Daly. Daly picks it up, goes to the outside of the boot. Might actually work to Warren, and it's smart, and it works. So they're going to get a 25-metre penalty against Lee for a late hit after the mark, and Mendy coming to throw the flag as the skipper for his teammate. Was it a 25 or was it not?
No, it was.
Very short. So Warren now comes up, loads up, puts it along inside the forward line. Can we get one out the back here? No, it's probably going to tickle over the boundary line. Walker helps us over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So Healesville looking to try and add another goal to their already 5 that they've kicked. He's on the other side of the boundary. Ready to be ball back in. Plaza going up in the ruck for Healesville against Aldridge. Ball thrown in. Now it's tapped down. Baker gets a handball out. Plaza goes in and gets his hands to the ball and picking it up. Daly stuck towards goal. Minor score. So another score as such added to Healesville's tally, but it is a minor score as they move, as Warburton Millgrove look to bring it outside. Defensive 53 Walker.
It's a 29-point difference now. 5-7-37 the Bloods to Warburton Millgrove 1-2-8. Once again the ball just flying over the back net there, as it often seems to. So Walker does eventually get the ball back. Plenty of numbers all just congregate in the middle of the ground, and they break away for the huddle. So Walker goes to the outer side, low trajectory ball, dangerous, through plenty of sets of hands. Andrew Weither eventually got it under his control. Lee got the kick away up and under ball, looking for Brown. Senior did well, got the fist in just in time. Now they might be a chance here. Mar, the only goal kicker so far for the Kookaburras, unsure where to go. He handed it off to Westlake, who's up the ground. Long ball inside forward, 50, looking for Humphrey. Faruga is there as well, who gathered it. Faruga, kick towards goal. He's offline. 1-3-9 now, Warburton Millgrove. Faruga unable to convert. Tough opportunity it was, it has to be said. So to bring the ball back in, do the Bloods. Not really too sure where to go, so this time they come up to the broadcast side. Newsom does well, just parks himself underneath it against Trendy. And Newsom in no real rush. He goes short. I think he intended it for Plaza, but he's kicked it straight to Tim McHale, who goes inside forward 50 with a wobbly ball. Faruga did really well. Swings around onto the left, looking for Brown, but it's knocked away from him. Faruga goes again and misses again. This time to the left-hand side. Long kick comes out of the defensive 50. Trendy knocks it away from Plaza. Frazzetto did well at ground level. Stepped around a couple of Warby tacklers and then eventually got the ball long down the line. Can't quite find a set of hands though as the ball heads towards the boundary. Warren did well. He kept it in play and did well. Got away from Lee. Long kick down the line. Might just work out here as the mark taken. No, it's not through the hands of Savage. Bit of a one-on-one contest for the moment. Warby get numbers back defensively. Mar has to take on Savage. He goes through the middle of the ground. That's a good kick as well. Should work out if Barr can get the bounce of the ball to go his way, which eventually he does. He's got to get around Mendy though, which he did, and he gets around another. Puts him inside forward 50. Daly is there. Contesting it well though was Brown. Goes in for a good second effort. Can he get the hands away to Caneva? No, he can't. He dragged it in, and that's holding the ball. So a good build up there from Warburton Millgrove, and again the Healesville defence not letting much get past. Daly down the line, Barnett parks himself underneath it, fists it back towards Lee, lost his footing momentarily, continued on. Caneva is there as well, comes out to Baker. Baker looked inboard but then decided, in the end he did decide to go inboard. He looked like he was going to go inside forward 50. Mar just knocks it forward. Here is Hewitt. Can he get the ball under his control? Yes he can, but he's tackled straight away. Comes back to Lee, the bounce of the ball not working for him. Barnett did well. Now Baker comes back to Barr, who's been busy in these last couple of minutes. Now Baker eventually looks to put Warby inside forward 50. The ball bouncing away from both Daly and Hewitt and Brown. And it works its way over and it'll be thrown back into play at half forward here for the Kookaburras.
So the umpire bringing the ball back into play for the two ruckmen to go away. We are going 8.5 minutes into the last quarter of the Division 1 Grand Final down here, Rory Alec Recreation Reserve. As the ball's thrown into play. No ruckman getting a tap on that Baker, slight fumble, and Brown goes in and gets it to the bottom of the pack. Did he drag it in? How's the umpire going to see it? No, we'll ball it up. So the umpire getting ready to ball this one up. Another stoppage. Was there a bit of holding on the ruck? Umpire says no play on. Plaza finds the way front position. Levi Greenwood is tackled straight away. Was it a high contact free kick? It doesn't matter because it's gone out of bounds on the full anyway. So they'll look to receive it through Murray.
Was touched.
It's touched, matter of fact. So it's going to be a boundary throw in. So the ball to be thrown back into play here. Plaza and Aldridge. Ball thrown in again. It's not going to quite make the distance. They have to come in. They link up for a few hands. Potts goes backwards. Now they can link up. Greenwood, who's been magnificent today, goes long down the line to Edwards. Good strong hands. Aaron Edwards, as always, been good today as well. Kick the 3. Edwards now assesses his option, decides to come short, but a kick just miscued that kick a bit. And they'll bring it in the middle to Warburton Millgrove. They have a runner out wide, Henry, but they don't decide to use him, so they go longer to Barr. Another one who's been good for Warburton Millgrove. He'll take the mark in the middle of the ground. And he'll decide to just go long. He's got Westlake down there. Westlake flies. Almost takes a really good strong overhead mark, but unable to. Now they link up for a few handballs. Henry's there, can't quite get a Hewitt, gets a little handball at the back. Barr goes in, barges his way through, gets a handball out. Now they can get a kick moving forward, but it's all Healesville down there, and Dale Senior, as he often does, parks himself on the last line of defence, and they get out of that one. Now Daly back to Senior. Senior goes across goals. Interesting kick because Westlake is there. So is Barr. Barr grabs it, puts on the Jets, gets around one tackle. Can he snap this? No, he goes for the handball back to Faruga. Faruga shot towards goal, and he's kicked another behind. That's his 3rd behind this quarter.
Look, the most likely at the moment for Warburton Millgrove down there is Jack Faruga.
So they're going to bring the ball back into play here, and that they have. They can go shorter to Murray. Murray now pushes off his mark. Probably just going to go long down the line. That he does. Greenwood's there, coming over the top. Aldridge punches it. Plaza tries to go for the fist, but completely misses it. Over the ball now, lays a big tackle as well. Now this one's going to be a tackle by Levi Greenwood over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Couple of whistles. Out of zone for umpires, called a high contact free kick against Levi Greenwood, and it's going to go to Barnard. He brings it into play looking for Faruga, but they manage to get it out of here. Healesville, is it going to stay in play? Yet no, out in the forward. It's going to be a boundary throw in. As they bring the ball back in play. 11 and a half minutes gone now. It's ball to be ball back into play. Aldridge and Plaza. Thrown back in now. Fighting for front position. Aldridge does bake a slight fumble. Greenwood there, but it's knocked out of the way. Marr gets a kick off his boot, but it might go out of bounds to the full, and that it will into the crowd, and they've dropped it in the crowd as well. So they'll look to bring it back here from Ballingall. Has a look around. And probably just going to go long down the line now. Matter of fact, he brings the ball inboard. Can Marvin take it? No, it can't. Barr's there, lays a strong tackle. So is Mendy. Mendy grabs it, then kicks it forward. It's inside the forward line now in the direction of Edwards. Edwards gives a handball.
Here we go.
Plaza! Not quite.
Oh, gee, the Healesville crowd would have erupted if Daniel Plaza had to kick that, Trent. That
He
would have
goes
been
through for a minor score.
It would have been the ultimate icing on the cake, but not to be, but still time for sure. Dylan Walker with the kick in duties. He looks to go to the outer side of the ground. He's got Barr as a long option, but he goes even further than him. Faruga he decides to go for. He's been very busy in this last quarter. So Faruga steps off the mark, looked inboard, and then eventually decided to go. He does sort of come inboard in the end. Kaniva, does he take the mark? Yes, he's been paid a free kick either way, and now they might be on Baker. Wanted a high contact free. Did he take the advantage? Very confusing bit of play there.
It's like he did. He went for the high contact free kick, gave it, then took the advantage, and then decided, oh no, I didn't.
No. So here we go. It's going to come back. About 55, 60 from home. He's Baker, so probably too far to score, you would think. Low trajectory ball. Faruga can't quite take the mark. Can he get this one? Tried to step through a couple, and the umpire calls for it. It will be a stoppage inside the forward 50 of Warburton Millgrove. So once again, up it goes. Aldridge won the tap. Ballingall got a handball away just in time. Barnett's got it. He's dumped it straight away though by Ballingall. Amarant did well, got it back to Senior. Steps around Humphrey, got a kick away on the left, but he's kicked it straight down the throat of Baker. And once again, Tom Baker, he loads up, wheels around to the right, and he's kicked it straight into Connor Ballingall. He goes again, Baker, trying to feint for another free kick. He's not going to get that one either. Potts got the handball from Newsom. Now Donegan is up the ground, but he lost control of the ball. Goes back for a second effort, but he's given it straight to Marr. Once again, Warburton Millgrove. Long ball inside forward 50. No mark can be taken. Here is Hewitt. Oh, how about that Solder Candy? And he's gone. Second tackler got him.
Donegan got a real hard hit late there, and he's in a bit of trouble. Mendy's coming in to fly the flag, and Juza was the one who got him high. He's got him like real rib territory.
Yeah.
Just one of those ones you're not ready for, and it's got him in the back with his back turned.
Yeah, so we do have a momentary lapse in play here, unfortunately, because Max Donegan not, as you say, Trent, he's not looking in a good way at all, so once again, just got to make sure that all our players are okay before we commence. He's back up on his feet though, which is good to see. Here we go. And a yellow card's been handed out, so...
That's it, yep.
Yeah, there we go. So I don't think Sean Anderways will be taking any further part in this game.
And a red card.
That's a red card, there we go.
Through retaliation on the way through.
So he's definitely not taking any further part now. It was already most likely with the yellow, but Sean Anderweezer comes off. And that will be his day done. So Healesville have got it in the back pocket. They can just... And there's another whistle. And a 25 metre penalty's been paid, probably the correct decision, I guess, with the whole incident. Ricky Hewitt's a little bit unsure, but probably the correct way to go about that anyway. Kick comes down the line, should work out okay to Watkins. And another 25 metre penalty's been paid. Thought that one might have been a little bit more in the contest, but
yeah.
Anyway, Watkins can send Healesville inside forward. 50, can someone take a mark here? No, they can't. Pretty parked himself underneath it. In fact, he did get it in the end, so must have got first hands to it. Kick comes back towards the corridor. Knocked into the corridor too by Ballingall. Bar went without it. Long kick into the top of the square. And the mark is taken. And they're going to get another look here, Healesville.
Savage.
And it's Savage who, he's already kicked one goal in this last quarter, the little soccer. And he can line them up from directly in front, only about 20 metres out. And he can make it 33 points the difference. And just about put the result beyond doubt. So Jason Savage shouldn't have too many problems from here, you wouldn't think. Just happy to take his time. Take plenty of seconds off the clock, definitely not a bad idea. So when he comes, Jason Savage. And he puts it away, and Healesville have one hand on the cup. They are too far away now. 6-8-44, they are the Bloods. To Warburton Millgrove, 1-5-11. Savage kicks his second. And they've been pretty good as the sun finally starts to make its way out. Threat, hopefully it stays this way, but I don't want to speak too soon.
Well, coming to the middle of the ground now, and you say the game's pretty much well and over in Healesville's favour now, being the dominant team today.
I think so. Be good to see Warby maybe get one consolation here, but yeah, I reckon the Bloods.
They've been good all year, Warby, but Healesville just been magnificent as they go over the top now. No Ruck probably got the tap of that. They get a slight handball for Levi Greenwood over the top. Posler goes back in and gets the handball. Daly Kutcher gets that kick off, and they get the running play over here. They quickly get underneath it. They can go over the top. Here they go. They can go inside forward 50 again. Edwards! Who already has 3. If he kicks 4, they're going to update him. If he kicks this on this angle, they're going to erupt, and it will be a magnificent kick-off. Especially on that angle, the ball would be heavy. So Edwards comes in, looking for number 4. Kick is on its way. Kick looks pretty good. Kick is on! Aaron Edwards has 4.
Scratch what I said, Trent. They've got 2 hands on the cup. They don't have one anymore. It's 2, I reckon.
Aaron Edwards has sealed the game for Healesville. with his 4-goal performance. What a game he has played.
Brilliantly done there by Aaron Edwards. 39 points the difference. Their 7th goal. They've really come to life in this last quarter, the Bloods. Really starting to run away with it now, as once again the ball is back in the middle.
Just been really impressive today as the ball's thrown up. Aldridge probably got the better of that time. They're going to go for it again. They're not done yet. Aiden Greenwood moves it in. But they look to go back in. They look, link up for a couple of hands. Potts turns around, then goes short. This Edwards again, just over his head. And they told to play on. He thought it might have been in the back. This will be helped over the boundary line. No, they keep it in play. But the boundary umpire's blown the whistle and said, no, you've actually ran over the mark. Run over the boundary line, sorry. And we'll have to ball that one back in. How many more can they get? There's a ball going to be thrown back in now. Aldridge and Plaza fight for front position. And then, I don't know what's happening there. It's like a kick off mid-air, might be out in the full.
You're going to.
Yeah, so it's the Healesville players kicked it out of mid-air, and Baker will be the recipient for the kick. And he plays on and runs and brings it in, but he's turned it over to guess who? Levi Greenwood. Now this will just ice off a Madison game. He can go back and kick this goal. He looks like he wants to pass it off, and that he will. Unselfishly to Potts.
May as well. I thought he could have had a shot, Trent. He was definitely within range, but good unselfish play nonetheless.
So Potts will line up just to add another goal to the already 39-point margin. Bit of icing on the cake. Potts, in he comes. Kick looks good. And kick is hard. Look at him go. Look at the celebration. Luke Potts has his first. What a game he's played in the midfield too. And Healesville are just putting on a show now and having fun out there.
Fantastically done, Trent. 45 points the difference it is now.
There's a Carshire replay there. You look at the celebration they got going there. Potts is up and about. Greenwood with the smiles on his face.
Well, this is probably the best part of it, isn't it, Trent? You can kind of just enjoy these last couple of minutes. You can relax a bit more.
The ball's thrown up now. Aldridge goes early, then decides to just grab it out of the ruck and gets a handball moving here. His Potts gives the handball over to Greenwood. Greenwood tried to bust his way out of it, but he's pinned for holding the ball. Bit stiff as he just got the handball, must have been just a little bit too long. So Henry now has it in the middle of the ground, decides to play on, goes to Faruga, who gets it on the bounce, and goes back to Henry. Henry over the top to Marr, who's met with a strong tackle by Greenwood. And then we can set up at centre half forward for Warburton and Millgrove. Can they get one goal to end before the end of the game? 21 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter. He's tapped in there, but here's Dale Senior as the goalkeeper, as he often is, and that's smart. The umpires, I didn't think they were going to give it 15 at first. They took a while to give it, but marking is Watkins.
He's got it on half-back flank, so Watkins loads up on the right boot. Long kick to a one-on-one contest. Bates is in there for Healesville. Ball stays in play for the moment. They might be away once again. The Bloods, with that ball just comes out of play, and it will be thrown back in. So can Orby maybe find one more goal here before the game's over? So, in fact, I think it might be a... We'll just wait for the ball to come back over the fence. A couple of interesting moments here in the grand final. In fact, it's a free kick to Campbell Frazzetto. There you go. So no boundary throw in Frazzetto, just decides to come back and does well to Ballingall, who looks inboard to Donkin. And looks like they're just happy to chip the ball around for the moment at Healesville. Donkin to Murphy. Murphy, once again, just short down the line. Good one to Potts. Potts puts him inside forward, 50. Can he find a set of hands? He could, but it was just through them for the moment. Morris did well, got the handball away. Up and under ball as Warburton Millgrove looked to counter-attack, and well done by Barr. Courageous back with a flight, got the handball away just in time. Long kick down the line, not a very good one though, and Daly cuts it off. He decides to kick across goal. That'll work out just fine for the moment to Donkin. Donkin, chip kick to Mendy, who just gets there on the full. Mendy, he's happy just to chip it short as well. And the Bloods just sharing it around for the moment. It's all they really need to do. The kick now once again comes back to Daly. Daly to Amarant. Could have gone to Murray Amarant, but he just decides to go up the line, and that should work out to Watkins, who goes across to Murray, who goes long down the line. Really good kick that was too by Murray, and the mark is taken here by Greenwood, who loads up in the left boot. Is there another goal here for Healesville? Oh, there could be. There just could be. Because they've got another mark inside forward 50. And the floodgates are well and truly open now.
Who's that?
Don't tell. That's Dale
Yeah, I
Senior.
thought it was
It is
Dale Senior. I was like, there's Dale Senior got himself down there. He wants to join in on the front.
There we go. So Dale Senior. We saw Plaza attempt one earlier in the quarter. Can we see a defender kick a goal? In he comes. We most certainly can. Dale Senior puts it away, and he makes it a 51-point margin, 9-8-62 to 1-5-11. And the party just continues now for Healesville. We take a look at this on the Karsha replay, and it didn't look like he kicked it like a defender, Trent. That was a beautiful set shot. Never looked like missing.
I thought for a second it was Dale Senior, but I didn't want to splurt it out until I saw the replays. We see on the Karsha replay here, the celebration. I didn't want to see until his number had turned around, but it was definitely Dale Senior, and geez, wasn't he happy about that one?
I absolutely love that. They always love to get forward to kick a goal defender, so it's back in the middle once again. Aldridge up against Bates. Ball comes away for the moment. Is there still time maybe for one more Warby goal here? Barnett did well at ground level. Got the handball away to Mahi's the only goal kicker so far for the Kookaburras. Puts him inside forward 50, looking for Humphrey. Here's Senior once again. From one end to the other. This time takes the intercept mark. He's kicked though a bit. Aaron, Brock Caneva. Can he maybe get himself involved? Faruga taps it back into the corridor and he's given it straight to Luke Potts, who gets the ball moving. He finds Greenwood. Greenwood hands it away to Watkins. Watkins will just go long on the right boot. That's exactly what he does. Looking for Mendy, but did pretty well. Probably one of the better Warby Millgrove players of the day. Mendy got rid of his man. Kicks into the pocket. Don't tell me there's another goal coming up for Edwards. No, there's not. Not for the moment anyway, although he's got it now. Aaron Edwards tries to break through this tackle. And we do have a stoppage in the forward pocket for Healesville. So the umpire just directing traffic. So we wait for the ball to go up once again, and it does. Aldridge probably just got the better of that tap as they look to exit out of the defensive 50 to Warburton Millgrove. Long kick looking for Henry. Flew, but just couldn't quite take the mark. Provides a bit of defensive pressure. Warren got the handball away, and they're going to reload once again here, Healesville. They go inside forward 50, and here's another mark. Here's another mark inside forward 50. And it's Jason Savage once again, who's already kicked 2 goals in this last quarter. Wants to make it 3. So this to make it a 57-point difference. They'd only kicked 4 goals up until 3/4 time. They've already got 5 in this last quarter, and Savage with a straight kick can make it 6. So when he comes. And Jason Savage just offline on this occasion. Just couldn't quite get the accuracy on the kick. 9-9-63 they are now, the Bloods. 2 goals, 3 for Savage on the afternoon. As Walker once again has the kick-in duties. Directs traffic to the outer side of the ground. Just has a little bounce. Long kick off the right boot. And he's turned it over. Has he? Barr gets the Jets on. Is there one more goal here for Warburton Millgrove? He gets the kick away on the left. Here's Faruga once again. Kick 3 behinds in this last quarter. Can he get it to Westlake? No, he can't. Daly just knocks it away, and once again they look to exit out of the defensive 50 here, do the Bloods, and Greenwood is the man that they look for. Does he keep it in play, Levi Greenwood? Yes, he does. He slipped over, but it didn't matter. He got the handball away to Watkins just in time, and there's the siren! And Healesville are your Division 1 Outer East Premiers for season 2024. Probably the best team all year. They didn't take the minor premiership, but it did not matter. They came through, and with a fantastic win, their first flag in 8 years, 9-9-63, has defeated Warburton Millgrove 1-5-11. Trent, what a brilliant performance.
Just a dominant performance in the end by Healesville. They were the better team on the day, and they've been one of the stronger teams all season, so it'll be great they'll have a great time celebrating tonight, I'm sure.
They will most certainly. Trent, commiserations to Warburton Millgrove. It was a great effort coming up, obviously with the merger of Division 1 and Division 2 to make it to this grand final, but Healesville, well done. A fantastic season and a fantastic performance on the day that mattered most.
That concludes our Division 1 Grand Final, and congratulations to Healesville, our 2024 Premiers. Of course, we have Tony Mitchell, our president, up here to present the medals. Firstly, I'd like to call on Warburton and Millgrove coach James Iacano to please say a few words.
Firstly, congratulations to Webby, Claus, Nico, and the whole Healesville Footy Club. Great performance today, too good all year, and well deserving, and good luck next year in Premier, where you belong. To our boys, to our club, super proud of yous. Bit of lost in words, but use this as motivation for next year. Well done, boys.
Should we go behind that?
I'd now like to call up Thomas Hill to collect the umpires' medals, and congratulations on their appointment to today's grand final. And now we'll present our best on-ground medal from Healesville, number 49, Levi Greenwood. We'll now start to present the premiership medallions. First up, number 2, Tennyson Amarant. Number 3, Campbell Frizzetto. Number 4, Charlie Warren. Number 5, Sean Donkin. Number 12, Jake Parrish. Number 13, Liam Daly. Number 14, Max Donegan. Number 15, Hayden Watkins. Number 16, Dale Senior. Number 17, Jesse Bates. Number 20, Luke Potts. Number 21, Connor Ballingall. Number 23, Pat Murray. Number 26, Steve Watkins. Number 26, Steve Watkins. Number 27, Aaron Edwards. Number 28, Brandon Murphy. Number 31, Tyler Barclay. Number 45, Jeremy Newsom. Number
49, Levi Greenwood. Number 88, Jason Savage. And the captains, number 1, Nick Mendy. And number 36, Daniel Plonter. I'd also like to call up the coach, Ryan Webster.
Firstly, to Warburton, where are you? Over there. Well, I couldn't see what I was saying. Amazing effort all year. I know there's been a lot of talk about you guys just competing in the division, but you had a red hot crack and you deserve to be where you got to today. And at no stage today until the very last 5 minutes that I think we were going to get this job done. So the effort you guys put up today and throughout the whole season is absolutely commendable. So I wish you all the best for the next season. Stick together because you'll go a long way because you're a very competitive football team. So well done. To our boys, it's been a long season. It's been a fun one. We knew what we had to do. We kept it simple and Tissy and Kiss. So we made sure we got the job done. It's a super effort because it's been a long pre-season. It's been a long season, and it's not just the 22 blokes that ran out today. We've had some heartache this week with some blokes missing out, and we play 30 odd blokes throughout the season. So this is not just the 22 blokes who got the job done. So those guys who have played throughout the year, and also the massive support we've had from our supporters and also everyone around the club, a lot of volunteers. So it's been a fantastic effort. So this premiership is for everyone. So well done. Well done.